For ages beyond counting, the Sun has ruled our cosmic neighborhood with absolute authority. A vast sphere of fire and roiling plasma, its influence stretches across billions of kilometers, shaping worlds, stripping atmospheres, and defining where life may exist. It has always been the one constant in our sky, steady, reliable, unchanged. Nothing has ever bent its will. Nothing has ever redirected the breath of its solar wind. Until now. Earlier this year, while analyzing streams of information from NASA's Parker Solar Probe and Europe's Solar Orbiter, researchers uncovered something deeply unusual, an anomaly hidden within the Sun's own outflow of charged particles. A distortion. A bend in the solar wind. Not chaotic. Not accidental. But structured, intentional, patterned. At the heart of this strange formation was a small, fast-moving visitor, cosmically tiny, yet impossibly powerful. Scientists labeled it 3I Atlas, or simply 3 Atlas. At first glance it looked like another interstellar wanderer, similar to the earlier objects seen in 2017 and 2019. Something ancient. Something drifting. Something harmless. But 3 Atlas refused to behave like a natural body. Its brightness pulsed in flawless intervals, rising and fading in perfect mathematical rhythm, almost like a beacon. When the James Webb Space Telescope took a closer look, it revealed something no comet, asteroid, or fragment of ice could ever do. 3 Atlas wasn't just reflecting sunlight. It was controlling it. Light striking it was absorbed, shifted, and re-released at engineered frequencies that matched the exact timing of the distortion Parker and Solar Orbiter detected. As if the object and the Sun itself were communicating. No natural object could manipulate photons like this. No comet could bend plasma. And yet, 3 Atlas did. Parker recorded the solar wind curling, twisting, around a moving point in space. When the data was mapped, the center of that curl matched the position of 3 Atlas perfectly. Solar Orbiter, millions of kilometers away, saw the same phenomenon. 2 spacecraft. 1 impossibility. A tiny object bending the breath of a star. To distort plasma on that scale, an object would need an immense magnetic field, one far beyond what any asteroid-sized body could ever generate. It would be like seeing a grain of sand redirect a hurricane. The only explanation left was the most unsettling one. 3 Atlas wasn't a natural object. It was built. Infrared readings from Webb revealed shifting heat signatures, regular, controlled, periodic. It looked like the object was converting sunlight into magnetic force, feeding on the star's energy, growing stronger the closer it came. It behaved like a theoretical device long imagined but never observed, a stellar siphon, harvesting energy from a star's plasma streams. Another possibility emerged, far more disturbing. 3 Atlas might be an observer, a probe designed by a civilization vastly older and more advanced than ours. Its tail didn't move according to physics. Its magnetic field flipped like a heartbeat. And every 4.3 seconds, it emitted a faint electromagnetic pulse, identical every time. Instead of fading near the Sun, it brightened. Instead of crumbling, it awakened. And the connection between its brightness and the Sun's bending wind was exact, so precise it resembled a conductor guiding an orchestra of plasma and light. Every attempt to recreate the pattern failed. Nothing in known physics could explain the synchronization. To accomplish this, the object would need to manipulate magnetic fields three-dimensionally at colossal power levels, possibly terawatts. Power on the scale of civilizations. Some scientists whispered a theory few dared voice. 3 Atlas might be a creation of a Type II civilization, one that harnesses the full output of its star. And yet, the interactions were delicate, almost graceful. The sun and the object seemed to share a resonance, a feedback loop, a quiet exchange between star and visitor. For the first time in human history, it felt as though we were no longer simply watching the universe from a distance. For centuries, our telescopes, instruments, and probes were the eyes of a species trying to understand the cosmos. But 3 Atlas changed that. For a brief and fragile moment, it seemed the universe was not just allowing us to observe it, it was responding. Perhaps 3 Atlas was never a machine in the way we define machines, built with metal, circuits, or reactors. Perhaps it was something far more sophisticated, far stranger, and far more ancient. A structure crafted not from matter, but from magnetism and intention. A living sculpture of fields and plasma, shaped by forces older than stars. A presence that drifted through stellar systems the way deep ocean creatures drift between currents, moving not through propulsion but through harmony with the fabric of space. If such beings exist, they would see stars differently than we do. To us, stars are blinding spheres of fire. To them, stars might be gateways, energy wells, or even places of nourishment. Where humanity sees danger, they might see home. Where we see unimaginable heat and radiation, they may see rivers of power to ride upon, like whales gliding through cosmic oceans of particle winds. As 3 Atlas glided toward the frozen outer frontier near Neptune, it did not fade from relevance. Even as its glow weakened, even as it drifted toward the dark beyond our solar system, its influence remained etched in the sun's breath. The solar wind still curled ever so slightly in its wake, a faint swirl in a sea of plasma, like a footprint left in dust that refuses to be erased. Its pulses continued as well. They grew softer, slower, but they did not disappear. Each one was like the fading echo of a distant bell, repeating with quiet determination, as if completing a final sentence in a language we were only beginning to understand. Scientists debated endlessly. Was it simply a quirk of physics? A phenomenon so advanced it only appeared deliberate? Or was it something far more profound, a purposeful signal, a deliberate message left for the first species intelligent enough to notice? Because if the pulses were intentional, then they were not warnings, commands, or threats. They carried no pattern of hostility. Instead, they felt like acknowledgement, a soft nudge, a cosmic gesture, a greeting written not in words but in sunlight. A whisper across the void telling humanity that intelligence may come in forms we have never imagined, not flesh, not metal, but fields, vibrations, light. And somewhere out there, farther than our probes, our sensors, or even our imagination can reach, something might have paused, just long enough, to notice us. To recognize a young species taking its first steps into the cosmic dark. To offer a whisper carried on the oldest medium in the universe, we see you. Don't stop. Keep searching. Because beyond the outer edge of the heliosphere, where our sun's influence dissolves into interstellar night, the winds of space still shift faintly. Something, whether machine, life form, or phenomenon, may still be bending the currents of the cosmic sea. And that is the true beginning of the mystery. A reminder that the universe is not empty, only unexplored. Exploring the unknown, one mystery at a time.